Good afternoon, everyone. It's Michael, Brookstopia, back on the trail. Haven't been back to the trail in quite some time. I know I've brought y'all some disc golf videos and some cruising videos, excursion videos, but it's almost been a year since I've had my channel, and it's helped me a lot, kept me busy. This is the first school year that I hadn't had a kid in school, so it's kind of the reason why I started YouTube, and for an outlet to just be able to document some of the things that I do. It's not very exciting, but it's life, and I try to stay busy and do things to keep my mind busy, because free time is not good time for me. But on the flip side of that, I have been able to relax a little bit more, sit around with the dogs, chill out, and realize that I don't have to have the overwhelming guilt of not staying busy 24/7. I think it's beat into our heads, especially coming from where I come from. You know, you're only worth what you can produce. And it's not true at all. You're enough just by being here, by being around for folks, not about all what you can do. Don't get me wrong, I don't mind helping people and doing stuff for folks. And I don't mind working either. It's just, I spent so much of my time working that I missed out on so many things. With my kids, relationships, my siblings, my family. The system has beat into my head that I need to work, I need to produce, I need to make a certain amount of money, because you need a lifestyle, you need to live like this, be this way. And that's not true at all. Some of the happiest people are the people that don't have anything at all. If you have people that love you and care for you, or if you have animals that love you, which all animals love their people, you're blessed, you're lucky. That's what we have to do. We have to simplify our lives and really let that be our goal, is to love people, and the people love us. Try to be with them as much as you can, because you never know when they're going to be gone, and no one likes to talk about that kind of stuff, but there's only two things you're going to do. You're going to live and you're going to die, and choices made in between those are all up to you. Some choices are made for us, some choices aren't. But the choices that we can make, you need to do your best to make them. It's going to benefit yourself. That's the one time you need to be selfish, is to concentrate on your life and your goals, your dreams, and no one else's. I think it's perfectly fine and normal to be selfish when it comes to that. Being a parent, you don't really have time to be selfish. I mean, I'm sure there are parents that are selfish, but I tried my best to give my kids as much of me as I could. And now, since they're grown and they're out of the house, now I have to give myself as much as I can, along with, of course, my wife, being there for her and securing, that relationship to the best of my ability. Feeding that relationship, I guess, is a better word, or nourishing it, because your relationships are only as good as the time and effort you put into them. I truly believe that if you want a good relationship, you have to work for that relationship. This video is nothing specific, just kind of a year milestone. I don't really do like I should, I guess, when it comes to the thumbnail and the titles and the tags and all that stuff. Man, that's not why I'm doing this. If some folks out there get something from it, good. If not, my kids will have a video biography of me, and they can show their kids and so on and so forth. Speaking of that, I found out a couple months ago, and I'm going to be a grandpa. And I am super excited, over the moon. Can't wait to see the grandbaby and watch my son and soon to be daughter-in-law be parents. And the joy of being a parent and raising a child is awesome. It's a lot of fun, a lot of work, but it's probably the best job you'll ever have. It was the only job that I ever wanted. It's not a job. It's what we're supposed to do, in my opinion. But I don't mean that to anyone that hasn't had children or wasn't able to have children. It's been a joy of mine. It's been great. But when they grow up and you become an empty nester, and you realize that all of your goals and ambitions and what you were driving for to give your kids something that you never had, it kind of just changes. You know, they have to make their own way now, and I try to give advice and do what I can for them. I wish I could do more, definitely financially, because I know in the current climate in America, things are so expensive and so hard to do. But I'm probably shaking around a good bit, kind of have a little different setup. But I got my microphone on, and that's the main thing. Just to give a little bit of talk, a little bit of a update. You know, I think I have 58 subscribers now, and probably half of them are family and friends, and I appreciate that. My wife runs my Facebook account and shares stuff on there. I'm gonna try to have a couple of cruise videos coming up. We're gonna go out the next couple weeks out of Galveston on Carnival Legend. Never been on that ship. Pretty excited about it. So it's only a 4-day. My sister and brother-in-law and my wife. We're gonna have a great time. The downfall of cruising is you can't bring your dogs. And I love my dogs. And I miss my dogs when I'm not around them. So that's probably the worst thing about cruising. It's about the only thing I can say bad about cruising. But this is just a little update, and I might turn the camera on and make a little bit more content, I don't know. But I'm on the Glen Emery Trail. It's in Pollock, north of Rapides Parish, a Ball, Grant Parish area. Really easy to get to, good parking, safe, very few people on this trail. It's a good little trail to come out and just gather your thoughts or do your cardio or anything like that. It's free, parking's free, walking on the trail is free, and get you out of the city or the towns. You know, it's a little bit different than like a walking trail in a park, because this is just, you're out in the woods. I've been on this trail several times. I've never had any problems with anyone. Right before I started video, and I come across a little cute family that was out here probably enjoying their day off, because it's Fat Tuesday. In Louisiana, we get holidays. Kids get out of school for Mardi Gras. But I'm going to stay with it and stick with it. I'm going to keep trying to make my content as good as I can. I know I'm shaking way too much, but I'm still filming on my phone, and then I film on my wife's phone too. I hope that I have touched someone, you know, or I guess that's probably the wrong word to say, considering. I hope that I can influence someone or somebody to get out, get busy doing something, you know, enjoy life, because life's too short to just sit in the house or sit inside. If you can't, that's totally understandable, but man, by all means, if you can get out, get out. And it's a constant battle to get out and to do stuff. I mean, I fight my battles every day. I have to make myself get up and get outside and do stuff, you know, just a simple task. Sometimes I just don't feel like doing anything. And that's the reality we live in. We're constantly on the TV or on our phones watching, you know, all these influencers do this and do that. All right, come back. Run across another hiker, trail user, and you know, I try my best not to put anybody on camera. They don't want to be on camera, but that's a whole nother situation. Speaking of being on camera, doing YouTube and talking on camera, being on camera, it's not the easiest thing in the world, because like most folks, I'm the hardest on myself. You know, how I talk, what I look like, you know, my appearance, my vocabulary, my grammar. I know I have terrible grammar. My handwriting's even worse. But I'm me. I am who I am. And like I said, I'm doing this for me. And I'll continue doing this for me as long as YouTube allows it. I don't try to break any kind of community guidelines or anything like that, because that's definitely never my case, or never my goal is to do anything like that. I try to stick to the rules, and you know, the content, you know, there may or may not be a swear word here and there, but I try my best to make it family friendly, you know, because I would always try to keep that in mind. If there is little ears listening, I try to keep it PG the best I can, because I would like to influence the younger generation that there's more to life than staying on your phone, which I'm on my phone right now, which is kind of crazy. But after I finish videoing, I usually turn my phone off and just enjoy the outdoors, the pine trees, the trail. It's a gorgeous trail. It's a 2 mile out and back. It's on all trails. I would say I would put a link in the description, but I know I'm not going to. So, but yeah, if you haven't downloaded All Trails, it's a pretty cool app. It gives you all the trails, and of course you can upcharge it and get a little better description of more of the trails. I may or may not try to do the Azalea Trail before summertime hits, which this has been a really super mild winter so far. We had a little bit of coldness. Wow, that's 3 or 4 people that I've seen on the trail. That's wonderful. Glad seeing people out here using it. It's a nice trail. It's great. People getting outside, exercising. The weather's perfect here, I think. I wish it was like this year round. You know, low in the 50s and then highs in the 70s or something like that, just roundabout. But it's overcast today, so I can come out. I won't sparkle. Twilight. Anyhow, we're going to carry on with this video, keep walking and talking, and try our best to keep keeping on. Encourage folks to get out, get busy, get to it. I haven't done a cooking video in a while. I need to. I like doing those. I love cooking. A little different now though. I'm just cooking for me and my wife, but we have been putting food back for my in-laws. My father-in-law's having some health issues, but we're hopeful and we're thankful and praying that he'll have a full recovery. But we get to share our food with them, you know, because if we make too much, I still cook way too much, and my wife does too. So we're able to put it in freezer bags and, you know, bring it over there so they can use it, enjoy it, you know, whenever they can. So, but I'm gonna keep on making videos. I'm gonna keep on making content. And hopefully this finds the right people, that it will let you know that you're not by yourself. You're not battling alone. We're all out here trying to do what we can to pass the time and enjoy our days. It's not so much passing time. I hate using that term, because once that time is gone, you never get it back. It's gone forever. You can make more money. You can make a lot of things, but you can't make more time. It's priceless. So try to make something good every day. Do something good every day. You know, try to encourage someone. You know, give someone a smile. Open the doors for someone. A nod. You won't get it in return, but sometimes you do. And then sometimes, even if you don't get it in return, you might have made that person's day. You know, or gave them the reason to be like, you know, not everybody's rotten. And I don't believe everybody's rotten anyway. I believe everyone has good in them. I believe that we're born good. And with influence in the world, it turns you that way. And especially with the media, social media, these mega corporations pushing their agendas, pushing their nonsense, their negativity, trying to separate the masses. We're all so close together to be in the same. There's only a rare 1% of folks that are not like us. Most of the time they were born with it. And I'm not talking about, you know, people that are wealthy. I'm talking about the mega rich that control everything. And, you know, they wish they could be on our level. And I know that sounds ridiculous. I'm walking on a trail in Grant Parish, Louisiana, but they could never find joy doing this basic thing that doesn't cost any money, completely free. And that's the value of enjoying being outside, enjoying life. You don't have to have all the flashy things, the money, the clout, the whatever. Just get you a pair of tennis shoes on or hiking boots or whatever. Get outside, get to moving. You know, even if it's in your neighborhood, or if the weather's bad, go walk around Walmart or somewhere. I mean, we're pretty fortunate because we live in a warm state, so we pretty much can be outside all the time. And I know that's a blessing. But when summer hits, pure misery around here. And that's coming. So I might save my cooking videos for that, because I can do them inside. But I've enjoyed talking to y'all, and I hope y'all have enjoyed hearing from me. I'm not sure what this topic or the name of this video is going to be, but it's not going to be a whole bunch of editing. It's going to just be me running my head and talking and carrying on like I usually do. I invited some folks to come with me today, but I don't reckon they could. I know my brother-in-law could. He was at working. But my boys, I guess they might be sleeping in. I think it's on their days off. So my youngest was able to go to New Orleans and go to Mardi Gras. So there's no telling what he saw and enjoyed. I hope he enjoyed himself, and it seems like he did. And I believe my son, when he's off, my oldest son, he likes to relax and rest. And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm so thankful that they don't have the busybody mentality like I do. And I hope that I did right by them, and to teach them that you don't always have to be doing and going and running and gunning like my dad was all those years. Because there comes a time where you can't, and you have to be okay with that, where you can't run and gun and just get it all the time. I like getting it, but sometimes you just can't. You got to take a break, get some work, cut down. It looked like they put up some new high lines out here. It's the first time coming out here. Y'all seeing everything like me. But looks like I'm getting to a pretty good limit of how long I'm gonna make the video. It's not gonna be that long. I'll try to look at the camera and talk to y'all for a little bit. I appreciate all y'all. Y'all hang in there. Love yourself, do something for yourself, and stick with it. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.